Hey guys, today, first off, I'm Mike from the School of Self-Reliance, and today we're going to talk about some budget pieces of gear, specifically the Schrade SCHF52. Originally, I wanted to bring you a video telling you how great that knife was. I really wanted to, and I can't do that. I got one from Schrade, and it broke. So I sent it back. They sent me two more. They all broke. We're going to go inside here in a second. I'm going to show you the damage, okay? And then I'm going to show you footage of us using them, okay, and how they broke. I wanted to love those knives. Just right up front. I like the design. I like the handle. I like everything about it. I like the way it feels. And I couldn't be more disappointed. I'm heartbroken. And it's an epic fail. All three of them. Normal use, one right after the other. I mean, they barely lived for minutes out of the box. They broke, shattered like glass or bent like spaghetti noodles. Three of them. Two broke, one bent. I think you're going to be surprised at just how they failed. We're going to go inside and I'm going to show you the damage, and then we're going to show you some of the footage of us using them and how they failed. All right, guys. I told you we'd take you inside and show you some of the damage. Take a look at that. Does that look like a failure to you? Because it does to me. This one broke on, I think, my third or fourth stroke chopping into a piece of wood. Just normal chopping. Nothing out of the ordinary. So, I told Schrade. They sent me two more replacements. The tip broke off of this one. Stabbed it into a log, pulled it out. You'll see it in the video. Snap the tip right off. Now you'll notice there's a little bit of rust. A little bit of rust around the edge too. And that happened just because after it broke I didn't bother to clean the knife up when we brought it back in. It was snowy outside. Anyway, the third one, let's see if you can see this. You should be able to. You see those waves? This one bent up like it's made of silly putty, and that one snapped like glass. Now, I wrote to Schrade, and I've been in contact with them several times about this issue. As of right now, they tell me that they're checking their stock. I don't know if they are or not. I asked them about replacements. They said they'd see. They're not sure. There's a whole bunch of, I'm not sure. There's a whole bunch of, well, we haven't gotten very many complaints. And pretty much I'm kind of on the pay no mind list. I'm a small YouTube guy. Who cares, right? Well, anyway, they say that there's perfectly acceptable levels of failure in these knives. And they are a mass-produced product, so there is a certain level of failure that's acceptable. But what they say is going on and what I say is going on are two very different things. There's a lot of negative, my knife broke right out of the box, on Amazon and many other websites that sell these. And there's way too many, I chopped with it and it snapped. There's way too many. The tip broke off the first time I used it. And this broke like glass, this one broke like glass, and this one bent strangely. And, it's all wavy now from use. This one bent, meaning it's not as hard as these other two. These two, obviously, the steel is either inferior or the heat treat is off. But this, that also is either the heat treat is wrong or the steel is inferior, or both. I think it's kind of a combination of both myself. They come out of China, but this knife costs 50 bucks, and this one costs in the 40s. I really wanted to love these two knives. I did. I really thought Schrade was onto something, but I was wrong. And I gotta tell you, I haven't been disappointed like this in a long time. And there's some serious quality control issues going on there. And let's show you how they broke. And I am getting a little vibration. Now, this one's biting pretty good, but I do think it's because it's dull. Also, it's just speculation. I think a lot of the vibration just reverbs in the handle, and I don't know. Maybe that TPE is helping with more things than I might normally think. Now, I think my chopping technique is a little bigger or a little better than BigToe's, but this knife definitely is not cutting as well as that one. This one definitely came duller from the factory. I mean, there's the effort I put in and the depth of the cut. You know, so it's really up to you, but these knives, I just snapped right off. You know, you can see it isn't. As a matter of fact, it just isn't tough wood. But I snapped that tip off, and all I did was do that, not even all that hard, and I snapped the tip off in the wood. This is a Schrade SCHF52 and I've had this one a little longer than these, but no breakage. Not like that. It is a thin tip, and I do have to say that. This hollow grind makes this tip fairly thin. So I don't know if that's just naturally weak or what. But it does concern me. And I really want to like these knives. I really want to. Hang on, I'm going to chop just a little bit more, and I'm going to chop further down by the tip. I can't tell, it looks like, not sure if that's a micro fracture or if what it is. Okay, chopping like this, warp that edge, bend it up. Doing that tip chopping that I was talking about, hitting back here. If I hit up here, seemed to be okay. But up here, it's a no-go. Absolutely bent. Which is strange. I really don't understand that at all.
Failures at all 3 points on the blade of this knife, on the edge of it. Had failure here, here, and the tip.
Yeah.
Across 3 different
And had
knives.
nothing happen. Nothing. Absolutely nothing with this one. But I've been using this one a while, and there's a lot of reviews on this one. I'm going to show you the other failure footage where one of these chunked out in the middle. But that's 3 knives, 3 failures. I have an SCH51, and I just don't even think I'm going to bother. I couldn't be more disappointed, to tell you the truth. I really couldn't. So, anyway, we'll get back to you. Now, obviously, the 7-inch blade is going to do a lot better. And it does. I mean, it's clear that it's a better chopper just off the bat. And obviously it's going to bury a little bit deeper in this wood. You know, but it bites right in. It takes out big chunks. It's comfortable in the hand. There's no, oh! Look at that, Schrade. Maybe my recommendation was premature. Wow. And there's the chunk. It did it on the chopping. Okay, I dug the piece out of the wood where we were chopping. As you can see, it's a pretty substantial fraction. Just came right out. Very disappointed in that. Alright, I'm Mike with the School of Self-Reliance. This is my nephew BigToe. And I'd like to thank you for tuning in tonight. And I'd like to say, if you like what we do, like us on Facebook, watch our videos, share our videos, like us on YouTube, and please help us out on Patreon. I've got some Patreon programs coming up with some new rewards, some fire steels, and some t-shirts that our Patreon donors will receive for their donations. Anyway, check out our Patreon page and share our videos. Thanks for watching.